Guys, welcome back to Aisha's Academy. And in today's video, we're going to be going through iteration. Ooh. So as exciting as the word iteration may be to some of you, it may be exciting, it may not. But basically, iterations are formulas where the values of x are not whole numbers, they are not simple fractions, and they are not simple decimals. They're complicated numbers. All iteration questions involve a calculator, so you need to get out that Casio calculator, whichever scientific calculator you're using. So here's an example. So they've given us this equation, they've told us what x0 is, in this case it's minus 2.5, and they want us to work out the values x1, 2, and 3. So here's our calculator. So the first thing to make your life easier is the value that they've given you for x0, which in this case is minus 2.5. Just type that into your calculator, that value. And I want you to press answer. And there's a reason why I'm asking you to do this. It's just to make your life easier. So now that you've saved that answer into your calculator, the next thing that you're going to do is substitute the value for x0 that they give you in the question for xn that they give you in the formula. Okay, and to do that, the reason why we're doing that is so we can work out x1, the first value. So basically in your calculator for this question, you're going to put in minus 2 minus 4 over your aunt squared. So this is why I've given you the shortcut of putting in the x0 as aunts, just to save you from typing out the number again. So then put in the aunt squared, and by doing that, you should be left with a value of x1 being equal to minus 2.64. So now that you've done that, essentially it's going to save that answer from your x1. So that's going to be your new answer. So all you have to do is press the equal sign on your calculator and it's going to automatically work out x2. And each time that you press equal, 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 it's going to work out the next and the next and the next value. So x2 will therefore be equal to minus 2.573921 and so on. And then x3 will be equal to minus 2.603767 and so on. Try and write the full number. So into some practice questions. Example 1. So in this example, it's given us this equation. It basically wants to show that the solution of the equation, aka the x value of the equation, is between 1 and 2. So the first thing that you need to do is you actually need to rearrange this equation and make it equal to 0. So we can do that by taking away 7 on both sides. And by doing that, our equation will now change to x cubed plus x minus 7 is equal to 0. Then the next thing you're going to do is substitute x equals 1 and x equals 2 into the formula. And if you notice two different signs in your answer, it shows that the actual solution lies between those two whole numbers. So when we substitute 1 in, so that would be 1 cubed plus 1 minus 7, you should get an answer of minus 5. And when you substitute 2 into the formula, so your 2 cubed plus 2 minus 7, you should get an answer of 3. Now, notice how you've got minus 5 and you've got positive 3. So because you've got a change in sign, it shows that the solution lies between 1 and 2. The follow-up question just wants us to rearrange the equation into the specific format that they've given. So the first thing that we are going to do is take away x from both sides, because notice that in the formula that they want you to rearrange it to, you've got minus x. So taking away x from both sides will leave you with x cubed is equal to 7 minus x. And then the last bit is you're just going to cube root that. So you're going to end up with the x is equal to cube root of 7 minus x. And that's literally that. And part C now, again, it's the iteration. So they basically want us to work out the values of x1, 2, and 3, because it says 3 times to find the estimate. So we need to work out x1, 2, and 3. So again, put x0 into your calculator, which is 2, and then press the answer sign, as we discussed earlier, in your calculator, which is in the bottom right corner. Then you're now going to substitute the x0 for the xn in the formula. So that's going to end up being, in your calculator, you're going to put in the cube root, okay? So you're going to put in cube root, and then you're going to put in the 7 minus aunts, all right? And by putting that in, you should work out that answer for x1. Press equal again. You don't need to change anything else. Press equal again to work out x2, and you should end up with this answer, and then just press equals again to work out x3. So to know how many times you're working out the x's, here they've told us 3 times, so that's why we did x1, 2, and 3. And those are your answers. Example 2. So in this question, it's talking about number of beehives at the start of the year, PN, and it basically wants to work out how many bees there will be in the beehive at the start of 2018. So it says at the start of 2015, there were 9,500 bees. So our P0 is 9,500. We are now going to put in that 9,500 into our calculator, and that's going to be our aunts, okay? So you're going to press the aunts sign. Then remember, we're going to substitute, in this case it's P, which is the same as the x0, same principle. Substitute the p0 in for the pn in the formula. So you'll end up putting in your calculator 1.05, the brackets, aunts, remember, minus 250. Close your bracket and then press the equal sign to work out how many bees there would be in 2016. So then that's equivalent to your P1, and that would be 9,712.5. Press equal sign again to work out how many bees in 2017. So that's equivalent to your P2. And that's the 9,935.625. And again, just press equals again to work out how many bees you would have at the start of 2018, which is your P3. So you should end up with this value, and then your number of bees, remember bees are whole numbers, so it'll be 10,170 bees by the start of 2018. I hope that was really useful, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content.